Welcome back, basketball fans. With the new NBA season just around the corner, it's time to dive into the Eastern Conference and see which teams are ready to challenge the Boston Celtics. In this two-part series, we will break down the contenders, and this video is part 1. Since 2018, no team has managed to win back-to-back championships, with the league seeing a new champion every year. The Celtics, however, remain the biggest obstacle for any Eastern Conference team looking to make a final appearance. Coming off their recent playoff runs, Boston has solidified itself as the team to beat, boasting a combination of elite defense, star power, and depth. First of all, let's take a closer look at the Boston Celtics' perspective for the upcoming season. Boston has made some smart roster moves, keeping their core intact by extending contracts for key players like Jason Tatum, Derek White, Sam Hauser, and Xavier Tillman. Continuity is key, and maintaining most of their roster from last season will give the Celtics a distinct advantage. One of their strengths is versatility. Almost every starter can handle the ball, initiate the offense, and both Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are willing to sacrifice on offense to lock in on defense, which makes them a dangerous two-way team. During last season's playoff run, we saw Boston's defensive prowess in full effect, nearly locking down superstars like Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. But being the defending champions often comes with challenges of its own. We've seen it time and time again. Championship-winning teams often struggle in the following season due to roster changes or individual slumps. Take the Denver Nuggets last year. They lost Christian Brown and faced uncertainty around Jamal Murray's health, ultimately losing to the Wolves. The Warriors in 2022 faced a similar dilemma after losing key bench players like Damian Lee and Otto Porter Jr. Andrew Wiggins saw a noticeable decline in the following season, despite being a key piece of Warriors' final run, where he served as the primary defender against Jason Tatum. His performance, especially on the defensive end, was critical in Golden State's 2022 championship win. However, after this peak, Wiggins' production dipped, impacted by personal and injury-related issues, which hurt them the next season. Could the Celtics face similar issues? It's possible. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are still their prime, but Jrue Holiday is 34 and Al Horford is now 38. Horford, a crucial part of Boston's 5-out strategy, will have to remain healthy, and while Kristaps Porzingis is a significant piece, his durability is always a question. Additionally, Jrue Holiday had a career-best 42.9% from 3 last season. Can he sustain that level of play? One area that could bring uncertainty is a possible sale for the team by the ownership group, with a high payroll. Maintaining their roster in future seasons will be costly, and a new ownership group could bring about changes that affect team management and player decisions. However, despite these concerns, Boston remain a force to be reckoned with. Over the last 3 seasons, they've consistently been among the best in the league, reaching 2 finals and making deep playoff runs each year. It's clear that taking down the Celtics in the playoffs will be no easy task for any Eastern Conference teams. When looking at teams that could challenge the Boston Celtics, the Indiana Pacers present an intriguing case. They retained much of their core, including Pascal Siakam, Obi Toppin, Andrew Nembhard, and TJ McConnell. Siakam's versatility and scoring ability, combined with Toppin's athleticism, maintain Indiana's offensive firepower, while Nembhard and McConnell provide depth in the backcourt. Nembhard showed his ability while Haliburton was injured while playing against Boston during the Eastern Conference Finals last season, and he would ease the load on Haliburton, which could benefit him from getting injured again. However, a potential issue looms with Miles Turner's contract situation. Turner is a critical piece of the Pacers system, providing stretch 5 capabilities that allow him to play pick and pop with Haliburton while spacing the floor for Siakam's inside-out game. The challenge is that Turner is entering the final year of his contract, and if the Pacers don't address his future, he could walk in free agency next season. This will leave a significant hole in Indiana's roster, as he is crucial for their defensive structure and offensive versatility. If Turner's situation isn't resolved, they might explore a trade, but finding a center of Turner's caliber on a similar contract is tricky and could disrupt the team's chemistry. The Pacers held the bird rights on Turner with a maximum $30 million contract. The lack of news regarding a contract extension could indicate that negotiations are stalling, or perhaps one party isn't inclined to reach an agreement. Indiana has positioned itself well to make some noise in the playoffs again after a successful season. Although they were swept against Boston in the Eastern Conference Final, there were several close games, especially in Games 1 and 2, where they had legitimate chances to win if not for a string of late-game turnovers. Of course, there's no room for what-ifs in basketball, but coming off a successful season, young players like Haliburton and Nembhard have gained tremendous confidence. Pascal Siakam will also benefit for a full season to train with the team, unlike last year when he joined mid-season. This extra time should help build stronger chemistry with the rest of the team. Rick Carlisle surely sees the potential for improvement on the other end of the floor. With a full off-season, they will have time to fine-tune their tactics. Last season, Tyrese struggled with a leg injury, but his participation in the Olympic Games, even with limited minutes, suggests he has fully recovered. He is the key to the Pacers' success moving forward, and managing turnovers will be critical, as those late-game mistakes against Boston cannot happen again. Cleveland Cavaliers were another formidable opponent for the Celtics last season. This summer, the Cavs make sure to lock down their core players by re-signing Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. However, rumors swelled about Darius Garland's dissatisfaction with the teams and possible trade requests, though those rumors have since quieted. Garland is undeniably talented, but his lack of elite athleticism limits his effectiveness, especially when facing top-tier defenders. During the semifinals against Boston, he struggled to create shooting opportunities. He averaged just 16.8 points per game on 40.2 shooting from the field and a concerning 30.6 from beyond the arc. Due to his size, if Garland isn't making an impact offensively, he becomes a target on defense, especially in playoff matchups where teams exploit weaknesses relentlessly. Cleveland's shooting from the forward position remains questionable. With Allen and Mobley on the court together, Mitchell may continue to face spacing issues next season. The Cavs managed to scrape by without Allen during a crucial moment in the semifinal last season, but spacing will be even more critical when Boston runs their 5-out system. We saw Dallas struggle against Boston's versatile bigs in the finals, and Allen will likely face the same challenges defending against Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis next season. When it comes to Miami Heat, we always say that as long as Coach Spo is their head coach, they will remain competitive, and that's true. However, challenging the Celtics next season may still prove difficult for them. Last season, Jimmy Butler suffered a knee injury during the play-in tournaments against the 76ers, forcing him to miss the first round of the playoffs. Despite this, Miami chose to stick with their core roster this offseason, re-signing key players such as Bam Adebayo. However, there have been reported tensions between Butler and the front office regarding his next contract. While this may not cause immediate issues, Butler has a player option for the 2025-26 season, and given his history of handling stars like Dwayne Wade, it's unclear if Miami will offer Butler the contract he's seeking, consider his age. It's possible that Jimmy will opt out for his player options and sign a longer-term deal for less money per year but with a higher total value, exceeding the $42 million option on his current deal. Bam Adebayo, fresh off an impressive Olympic performance, could be an advantage when facing Boston, but Miami will also need players like Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, and Duncan Robinson to step up with outstanding performances, with a healthy Jimmy for sure to challenge them. The daunting part about playing the Celtics is their defense. In last season's playoffs, they showed no exploitable weaknesses, while Al Horford was seen as a potential liability compared to Boston's other elite defenders. He proved otherwise. On the other hand, the Heat and the other teams we'll discuss each have defenders who can be targeted, making it tougher for them to keep pace with Boston. Thanks for tuning in. In part 2 of this series, I will dive into 3 other teams that didn't face the Celtics in the playoffs last season but made significant moves in the offseason, teams that could pose a real challenge to Boston. We will be covering the Knicks, 76ers, and Bucks. Thanks for watching.